Hi guys, how are you today? I told you I would get in here and I was going to do a class on shaking it up and learning all about Young Living's different meal replacement shakes and all the different ones we have to do. So I have like 30 minutes before I have to walk out the door to go do an event up in Rose City, Michigan. So if you're in the area and you want to come play with us, we will be up there. So I'm going to talk really fast, which is good, right? Because we all have short attention spans. We've all got a lot going on in our life. So I'm going to talk super fast. But before we get started, you know what you got to do. You got to grab your oils. Anytime I'm sharing, I'm going to tell you to get out your oils. So you might as well have them ready so you can do it. I'm going with some good old-fashioned peppermint because peppermint, peppermint helps us to be able to think clearly. It helps us to have that focus and that energy. So get some peppermint because I have this theory. If I have to teach it, you need to be able to remember, right? So get your peppermint. Breathe some, get it in your diffuser, get it going on. It's one of those. And then I'm also going to go with some lovely lemon. And with my lemon, I want to make sure I remind you guys that it is summertime. And anytime you're using a citrus oil, regardless of which one, anytime you're using it, when you rub on oils and then you go out in the sun, citrus oils kind of magnify the sunlight and it can cause burning and irritation. So it's really important when you're doing citrus oils in the summertime that you diffuse them, that you can breathe in, you can put them in your hair. I do a whole lot of putting them in my hair, then I can walk around and do that, right? So I put them in there, I put them in my diffusers, I rub them on my clothes, but I make sure I don't put those directly on my skin because I don't want to end up with a burn. One of the times that I was doing my citrus, I touched my face and you could literally see the fingerprints because we went to the beach shortly thereafter. So just something to think about with your citrus oils. Or if maybe you've seen some red spots, you're like, oh, I don't know what happened. It could have been that you had a citrus or you didn't realize there was citrus in there because that can do that. Just things to remember, things to note. So you're all oiled up and you're drinking some water, right? Because you're oiling up, you do your water. All right, so Young Living has we actually have 4 different meal replacement shakes. And they're all amazing. There's not a bad one to use. They're all good. But I'm going to break them down so you know a little bit about each of them so you feel more informed. So this right here, this is our beautiful, amazing Balance Complete. And this is one that has been around for a very long time. When Gary first created this, it literally was, this is a complete meal. You can live on this. This has all that goodness inside here. Now, here's the really cool thing. When you understand how our meal replacements work, all 3 of our meal replacements come with their proteins, their fibers, but most importantly, it comes with the enzymes so your body can digest all the parts and pieces and actually use them. This is a really big thing. Most of our food today just does not have the enzymes it used to have. We don't grow our own. We don't go in the backyard. We don't pick our own, right? So it's a little bit different. So we need to make sure we're getting enzymes. In Young Living, we throw the enzymes back in there. That's really important. So this is a full meal replacement. This is a high fiber, high protein, and I'm going to throw this out there. It tastes delicious because if you get something that doesn't have a taste you're going to enjoy, you're not going to do it. You're not going to follow through. You're not going to take it. You're going to have it sitting on a shelf. So if taste, texture, that thing is important to you, I will tell you the couple that have a little bit more grit just so you're aware. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. It means for some people, I know you won't, especially when you're thinking about your littles. Kids can be really picky, especially if you have somebody that is on the spectrum. They have texture issues. And so if we say, hey, just do this because you have to, and it's going to be uncomfortable. There's some good ones. This one is a creamy, delicious one. This has our Ninja Wolfberry powder in here. It's got aloe vera in here. It's got olive oil in here, cinnamon powder. It has so many great different things, and it helps us to be able to absorb the nutrients that we're taking. So I'm going to go through this real quick for you. One of the things I like about Balance Complete specifically, because it has so many parts and pieces. It has a full vitamin profile. It has a full mineral profile. And so what that means is when you drink this one with its enzymes, its proteins, its fibers, the good fatty acids that are in here, when you drink it, it helps you to feel more satiated and you feel full. Now, this is what happens, especially for people that are overweight. Your body, you're hungry, like, oh, I gotta eat, I'm hungry. And you eat something, and then while you're putting away the food, you're still nibbling, you're still munching. It's because your body wasn't just asking for energy. It was asking for energy because it was missing something. There was a part, a piece that needed, your body's actually saying, I need vitamin C, or I need vitamin E, or I need, but because we don't know, our body doesn't actually say that. It doesn't say, hey, could you eat something high in, iron? It doesn't say that to us. It just sends us a hunger signal. So we get done eating and we're still hungry and we go, why am I still hungry? And we nibble and we munch and we feel like something's wrong with me. Why can't I stop? And it's because we didn't actually answer the call. The call was, I'm hungry because I need a nutrient. What I love about Balance Complete is because it's so well-rounded and has such a great vitamin, I'm just making up words, has vitamin and mineral profile. It answers that need. So those tiny bits and pieces, and you all know I talk about mineral essence all the time because your body is so desperate for minerals, right? But our mineral essence kind of tastes like butt. True story. It's not a yummy thing. So most people won't take the time to go ahead and take it. Now, because of that, you're missing out on those. That's why I like our Balance Complete, because it has that in there. So it helps with those cravings. It also has our proprietary V fiber. So what is V fiber? I want you to think of the V for viscosity. That it just helps to be able to get where we can absorb it better. It helps to expand. It fills up. We're talking, this has 11 grams of fiber per serving, but it's still creamy and delicious. In addition, it has that 25 grams of protein. So you're getting high protein, high fiber, but that viscosity means that when you drink this, it expands. You feel a little bit fuller. So you get that satiety that we're supposed to have so that we don't want more afterwards. It also helps, obviously, for more bowel movements. It helps that garbage to move through us. So because it's moving stuff through, fiber helps to release toxins and build up. It also helps to feed the good flora. We're supposed to have all these good guys in our gut. And this, because of that great fiber it's got in there, it's able to feed those good guys. And the enzyme profile we're talking about, this has lipase, it has amylase, it has protease, those are all enzymes that help to break down like carbohydrates. That's breaking down those good healthy fats. It even has cellulase in here. Cellulase, we'll talk about one of the other ones too, but cellulase helps our body break down some of that fiber so it can be used as a prebiotic. So it's feeding that good flora that's in our gut. So this is really important. It's helping to remove those toxins, those waste, and it's yummy. I also want you to look up, I've got another video where I talk about enzymes and the role that enzymes play in that constant wanting something we shouldn't be wanting. And that's not just food, those things that we're going through and why that has such a role for it. So that's our Balance Complete. Then this is in a vanilla cream taste. It is really yummy. You can mix it with fruit if you choose to. You can put any other flavor with it because it is in that vanilla flavor. It takes on any other taste that you do. So this one, huge. Now I want to tell you, let me see here. It is 190 calories. It has 6 grams of fat, 26 carbohydrates, 11 grams of carbs. So if you're counting net carbs, it is a 15 in the net carbs. So if you're somebody going lower carb, it's still lower carb, but it's not like where I would say it's a keto type carb. And again, 11.5 grams of protein. It's quick, it's easy. This one, because of all of its parts and pieces, helps in that extra fiber, helps to maintain level blood sugar, which is really important. It nurtures that probiotics we're supposed to have. It's just a great one. Great for the heart because of all the goodness that you have in there. So you can play with this one. All the information is on the label. You can go online and get it. All of our shakes, regardless of which one, are between $3.50 and $5.50 per serving. So it's a real good value. Yet when people tell me, oh, I just didn't have time to eat healthy, listen, there is nothing faster than opening up a shake and shaking it up. Like, you can do that on the road. I usually tell peeps to take whichever shake you're going to use and put it into snack size baggies. Throw those in your purse. So when you are out and about and you need a quick meal, you don't have to go through a drive-through. You can just clip the corner of the baggie, shake that into any water bottle, shake it up, and you can drink it. It doesn't get faster than that. And we're talking $4 a meal. Come on, people. You know that you can do that. So, all right, so this is my baby. These ones right here. These are my faves. These are the ones that are like my go-to. This is our Pure Protein Complete chocolate and Pure Protein Complete vanilla. Now, I'm here to tell you, if I have to pick out of all of these, this is the one that I pick. I love the texture. I love the flavor. I can turn this into a chocolate shake. I can turn it into a chocolate dessert. I can mix the vanilla spice with a little bit of pumpkin and pumpkin spice. And I can make these just taste decadent. I love them. And inside here is some amazing stuff. First of all, there's 5 different types of protein that are in here. So what that means is the 5 different proteins, you're getting every single amino acid that your body needs. So you're getting all of those different proteins. You're getting your L-arginine, your L-cysteine, your all of them, tyrosine, they're all in here because it has in here goat and cow whey protein, and it's RBGH free whey protein. So those are in there. So that's 2 of them. You also have pea protein. You're getting your egg white protein. You're getting your hemp seed protein. These are high quality proteins. This is a big deal. This is all soy free, so you don't have to worry about that going on. And it's absorbable. Again, that amino acid, the essentials on enzyme panel that we were talking about. In this one, you have alpha and beta amylase, which is the ones that do carbohydrates. Same thing, that saliva, your saliva starts breaking down carbohydrates. It has the amylase in there. It has protease that's breaking down proteins. It has the lipase. That's the one that breaks those fats, all those good fats we talk about all the time. It breaks them down into little pieces so it gets absorbed by our body. That absorption is huge and important. It has that cellulase, breaking down the fibers that are in there, so that we're feeding that good flora in there. It has lactase. Now, understand how cool this is. People say, I'm lactose intolerant. And I go, no, you are lactase insufficient. See, if you went out to a regular cow or you went out to a goat and you milked them, inside that milk, you would have lactase, which breaks down lactose. It's the enzyme that was supposed to be in there to break it down into its tiny parts and pieces. So in here, because we have the goat and the cow whey protein, because it's in there, we had to put lactase so that you can digest it and break down those parts and pieces so you can absorb it. It has acidophilus in there. This is important. That's that prebiotics that your body is supposed to have. Probiotics that's in there. It's papain. It has bromine. It has all these good parts and pieces which allow us to get all of the goodness out of there. It allows our body to use all of those amino acids and proteins that we're supposed to be getting. This is a big deal. Our body needs that. In addition to that, it has apple, what's it called? Ancient peat and apple extract, which it has something called ATP, and that helps our body to create, make, utilize ATP. Now, what's ATP? ATP is the energy currency that my body uses. So every single cell in my body has something called a mitochondria. A mitochondria is where our body actually burns fuel, right? So the mitochondria can burn protein, it can burn fats, and it can burn glucose. We all know that. It can burn carbohydrates. Its favorite quickest is carbohydrates. It goes in and it burns, psh, psh, right? And then fats burn hard and hot, psh, lots of fuel going in there. And then it doesn't really like to burn protein because it actually takes more energy to burn the protein than it actually gets from it. So that's like the last thing it does. So here on the water fast, today is my day 8 on a water fast. Woo! I'm very excited. I'll come on later and talk about that. But my body now is burning fat for fuel, which is amazing. It's switched over because the mitochondria, that furnace, is able to do that. Well, what happens is every time you're burning fuel, every cell in your body, every single cell, it's burning fuel. If that particular cell, so let's say it's a cell in my toe. So my toe cell burns mitochondria and it has this excess energy and it doesn't need it. Well, it kind of puts it on a credit card so my body can use that energy somewhere else. So ATP, that's the energy currency. Now, what happens when you are taking your pure protein is it increases the amount of available ATP. It gives you that energy because your body is now burning at a higher rate. That's powerful. So you feel stronger, you feel better, and that's in there. We also have all those great B vitamins which help with that energy currency, and they're in the right form so your body can absorb them. So it's a big deal. So that Elevate ATP, that ancient peat apple extract, this is a big deal. This pure protein has 25 grams of protein. Are you kidding me? That is amazing. High in protein. In addition to that, it supports your muscular system. It is helping with building lean muscle. So all that punching on those bags I'm doing out there and all that stuff, it's helping my body regenerate and rebuild muscle. That's that one. It helps to support your overall energy levels. It's just a great one. Doing it before you work out, doing it after you work out. This is a big deal. So your vanilla has 160 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. So like I like to add MCT oil to mine when I'm doing it. It does have 12 carbohydrates and 1 gram of fiber. So if you're doing keto, it's still a little out of the keto, but it is definitely considered a low carbohydrate because you've got 11 net carbs if you're doing this for one of your meals. And because it's so high in protein and so many other parts and pieces, 25 grams of protein, it's worth it. It's a little bit different for our chocolate. The chocolate is 170 grams of calories, 2.5 grams of fat, so it's 1 more gram, and it has 14 carbohydrates and 2 fibers. So you're at 12 carbohydrates for our chocolate, you're at 11, net for our chocolate, and then for the vanilla. So this one, like I said, is one of my favorites. That's what you can do so much through. I like to use a half a serving, and I can make different desserts out of them. I freeze them. It's just a phenomenal one to be able to replace some of those sweet needs. So, you know, we have those needs. Those ones work for me. It replaces a meal. It's able to take care of that for me. So play with it. See what you think on those ones. It's just one I like. Now this one is fun. This is one that I gotta say is not my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there, and it's because of that grit. It's a little bit grittier because it's a different type of protein. This is our vegan. This is our vegetarian source. So this doesn't have the creamy whey protein in here. So for all my vegetarian friends, we didn't forget about you, right? We have that going on. And so that's why this isn't quite as creamy, because the proteins come from seeds and nuts. So this is like wolfberry seed. This is pea protein. This is quinoa. What else do we have? Pumpkin seed protein, alfalfa grass protein. So this is an amazing, amazing addition. My favorite thing, and I wish we would do it with the other ones, it's single serving, right? So I don't have to worry about putting this in a snack size bag. I can take it with me. So I don't have to worry about, again, the whole. This is just amazing. And so many of my peeps, this is like their favorite. So when I take this one, I do mix it with avocado. I put a quarter of an avocado on there, and it gives that creamy, and I don't have that grainy texture that comes with it. So, but what I do like about this is fruity flavored. This has got, not fruity flavored. It's not like Fruit Loops. This is a totally different thing. This is actual wolfberry that is in here. You've got strawberry in here. So that berry flavor that you're getting, it's called Berry Breeze flavor. And this one right here, the taste is delicious. So again, this is the one that has that little bit of a texture to it. It is sweetened with stevia and organic coconut palm sugar. So it's all good for you. Wolfberries, strawberries, that's what you got going on there. Lots of B vitamins. In addition to your B vitamins that you have in here, this has your potassium. We've talked about potassium, how big of a deal that was, what our heart does with potassium, why it's so important that we have that all the time. It also has chromium in here. When you realize what chromium does with our body's ability, my son just popped in and my dog said hello to you guys. Chromium, what I love about it when it comes to weight loss, because remember, this is a part of our sleek line. So this is a part of that weight loss. And chromium, that is one of those parts and pieces, those trace minerals we talk about all the time, that's so important with our cells being able to absorb, and that feeling of feeling full. I think that's what that is. That's part of what does that. And it also has 150% of your manganese that you need. And if you're not sure why that matters when it comes to weight loss, you need to Google that and see why that's important. It also has iodine, selenium, zinc. These are all really important, and why they were all put together in one particular drink for us when it comes to that weight loss. So how does this one work? It is 190 calories. It has 6 grams of fat, so you've got those good healthy fats that are in there. 23 carbohydrates, but 7 fiber. So you got, what is that? 16 net carbs coming out of there, and 6 grams of protein. So it's a really balanced, really even shake that you have going on. Nothing in here is going to like increase your energy artificially. It doesn't have any caffeine, nothing like that. This is giving you the energy because it's giving those parts and pieces, those little things, all together in one place. So that's kind of a quickie on all of the shake mixes that we have. I love them all. This one is a little bit grainy. So like I said, people with texture issues, that might be a problem, but most people absolutely love it. And like I said, if you add that little bit of coconut, or you add any other fats to it, that's going to help with that creamy consistency that we all tend to like and adore. I will tell you, I made this one. I was trying to make it into like what did I do? I think it was raspberries I blended with it, and I froze it to do like I do with my chocolate for ice cream, and there was no graininess when I froze it. So if you're, wanting to play with it that way, those are things you can do as well. All right, so which would be the best for elderly who don't like to eat food? You know what? Balance Complete. Any of them are going to be great, but if you have somebody that's really needing it, I think Balance Complete and like your chocolate or your vanilla, because of that creamy, the taste buds, as we age, we get less and less taste buds. I don't know if y'all know that, but so as we age, those ones are going to be a little bit better. The texture for them are going to be easier. It's also like for my amazing mother-in-law was needing some meal replacement stuff, and we just put them in snack size baggies and told her grab a water and you can shake them up. So it was super easy, super convenient for her, and she loves them. If it were me and I were you, there's nothing that would compel me to use something like what are the ones they give you from the doctor? And they say, oh, these are really good. When you look at most of those quick meal replacements for our seniors, even for our littles, when they're wanting them to do stuff to gain weight, usually the first 2 ingredients are high fructose corn syrup and things like maltodextrin. Even in baby formula, it literally has, even organic baby formula has organic maltodextrin. You go, what are you saying? This is just not, this is not what our body needs. I'm not going to fill my mother-in-law up with high fructose corn syrup. If I'm going to do that, I'll just buy her a jug and she can drink it straight out of the thing, right? So yeah, some of those brands, they're horrible. And this, it's $4 a serving. It's super easy, super quick. And like I said, even if it's somebody who doesn't want to do anything, you can use, have you guys heard of the avocado, the pudding, right? Where you can make chocolate avocado pudding. Instead of using like the cocoa powder, you can use our chocolate. Put a scoop of that in there and it gives that sweetness, and you can put those in the refrigerator so they can just take them out and they can eat them straight like that. So we can hide stuff in there. We can make it better. Anyways, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go because I got a class I got to do tonight. I'm doing it all on the weight loss and the sleek, and I'll be talking about what we've been doing, everything that we did during the sleek challenge, how exciting it's been. So if you want to run up to Rose City, you're welcome to join us. Also going to put a shout out. I've got like 19 spots left for our raindrops training that we are doing. It's going to be in, are we doing it? I don't remember. Swartz Creek, Michigan. So we got like 20 spots left out of the 80 spots that we had. So you can go on my website and register for that if you would like to come with us. We're going to do a hands-on raindrops. You get to put one. You get to get one. You're going to learn about the aroma freedom technique that Dr. Benjamin Perkis, he's got a great book. We're going to do a little bit on that. And then we're going to go over the feelings kit, how they work, what they do, why do you use those, what can change in your life. All right, and the when is what? When the raindrops class is, I don't know. Go to my website, ShannonHudsonYL.com. We're up here in Michigan. Everything we do is always open to everybody in the universe. All right. I am coming to Florida. I'm actually coming to Florida in September. I think that's already on my website. September something. I don't know when I'm going to be there, but I'll be in Florida. We're going to Arizona. We are going, I don't know. Keep up on my website. I get around. All right, guys. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.